Hi guys, and welcome back to the game room. This is another Dave and Mike special. A Dave and Mike review special. We've got a special guest today, it's Matt, and Resident Evil 2 is his choice of game, so over to Matt.
Hey, hi guys. Today I'll be playing Resident Evil 2, the sequel to the great Resident Evil. In my opinion, it's a better game. The graphics are sharp, more zombies, more guns, and this is the game.
Okay, so what about some of your experiences with the game? What versions have you played of this game? What platforms? What different systems?
It's fantastic. It's on a lot of systems. I've completed it a good few times on PS1.
Yep.
I completed it on the Dreamcast and the GameCube port as well.
Okay, so you've played pretty much most of the versions.
Yeah.
It also came out on the PC. Did you know that as well? PC was probably the best version as
Did
well.
it really? I didn't know it came out on the PC. What was the best version? Would you guys say? Was it the PlayStation version or?
I think Matt needs to answer this one. What would you say, Matt? What was the most polished version?
If you play the 64 version with the expansion pack, it smooths out the textures of the zombies and the character players. You can play as Claire Redfield or Leon Kennedy, the police officer. But the 64 version, because it was cartridge, the CGI sequences weren't as crisp as the PS1.
Yeah, I see, because of the storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite
I love
swings and roundabouts.
Sorry to cut you off, Matt. I love this part of the guy with the shotgun because he looks like my dad.
Yeah, he looks like our dad. He does.
I like this bit when there's actually a cheat code, guys, to have tofu.
Oh, right.
A piece of tofu. And
What,
this
as in food?
Yeah, a big pink piece of tofu. And what makes me laugh is when he goes, "Hold your fire, I'm a human!" And you think, really? You're a human? You're a piece of tofu, for God's sake.
Tofu. That's brilliant.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. How would you have discovered that at the time, though? Did you need to read that in a video games magazine or something?
I found out when I picked up an Explorer cheat cartridge because I saw Player's Tofu and I thought, really? What's tofu? There was also another one, Player's Hunk. He was another character you could play as.
That ball thing.
No, he was a big...
Oh no, he's an umbrella soldier.
Yeah, that's it. He was like an umbrella
Like a
soldier
big hunk
type
of
thing.
meat.
Kind of, yeah.
Like Resident Evil's very own Phil Mitchell.
So here we go. This is a big thing.
Yeah, the zombies are attacking this guy now.
He's attacking Dad.
This bit, the very first time, got me, Matt, totally. I jumped out of my seat. I was like, shit!
It was real scary.
Would you guys say this one is more creepy, more jumpy, scarier than the original?
You see, I'm not sure, because there's some moments in the first one, Mike, that really, really got me. Especially when you went up in the attic and the snake comes out. And then when you go into the piano room and the snake comes out again. And the spiders, when you didn't expect to go in the hallway and there was these spiders on the ceiling. Although, to be fair, there's some moments like that in this game. But I found the first one a bit more scary for me. How about you, Matt?
Yeah, I agree. The first one was scarier, definitely. When the Rottweilers jumped through the window.
Yeah, that's right. The first time you go through that corridor and they jump through the windows.
Sorry, Matt, to cut you off. For me, I love all the zombies, but for me, the sort of silly monsters spoil the Resident Evil series for me. I thought they could have left all that sort of crap out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's the kind of thing that you saw in Nightmare Creatures. That kind of game, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was in there.
Nightmare Creatures. On
Yeah.
PS1.
On PS1 as well, yeah. So Matt's in the gun shop still. I think he's picked up the shotgun from the guy who got killed by the zombies.
Yeah, I've just picked up the shotgun from that guy's corpse.
For some reason you stood still.
Somebody says
You're right there, Matt.
I'm back again, just getting the handgun on it. Oh no, I already had that.
He's looking around this side of the counter. Don't know if there's anything there. So yeah, this game was released across a multiple of different systems, as Matt said. Mike, what versions of Resident Evil 2 have you played? Have you played any on the different systems?
All I've played is this version on the original PlayStation, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't know it was on any other system, and I haven't played it a lot. I didn't get far with the game because I prefer the original Resident Evil.
Yeah, you were like me then. You were very much with the first one.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I mean, what I like about this, I haven't seen this in action since I was a kid, and I think it still looks good today.
It's not too bad, is it? Just to let you guys know a little piece of technical information, this is running through my XRGB Mini, being pushed out at 1080p, and being recorded by the Roxio game capture.
So that will make a difference as well, really.
It will make it look a lot better. If you did just plug a PlayStation into a TV, it wouldn't quite look as good as that.
So you mentioned earlier this was on the PC as well?
It was on the PC. It was released a little bit after the PlayStation version, and with the PC you had graphical enhancements.
I was going to ask, how did it perform and how did it look on the PC?
Looked good, looked better, ran at a higher resolution.
Right.
Texture was a bit higher quality, so it looked pretty decent. I'd say if you look at the visuals, the PC version would probably come off best against all the other versions of the game back in the day, I think. So
would I be correct in saying what version? GameCube version. You could skip the door sequences.
I think you probably could,
Yeah.
because obviously the GameCube had a lot of memory, so it could load a lot more
That's
stuff.
cool. That's cool.
So you wouldn't have to watch that cutscene. Whereas the PlayStation only had a really small amount of memory. So
that's a major bugbear with me with the early Resi games was the door sequences.
and the stairs as well,
I
where you have
find
to
it-
go down the stairs.
Oh,
I find it
yeah.
adds to the tension, though, guys.
You like the door swinging open.
That's a
And,
good point, actually. Because Resi was all about, well, I say Resident Evil, I'm on about the first two, maybe three games, was all about the slow pace, the survival horror aspect,
Lack of
limited ammo.
Lack of ammo.
But then later Resis, like we were talking about before we made this video this morning, Resident Evil, was it 5 on the Xbox 360?
5.
I was hyped for that game when I saw previews, builds of it in magazines, and it was a letdown.
so here is one of the main focuses of Resident Evil 2.
Right.
You're in the police station.
PlayStation. This is where the majority of the game takes place, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and there's underground sections, there's the sewers as well. Most of the game takes place here. Now, what Matt's
My
doing at the
favourite
moment...
part of the game is when you reach the laboratory.
Yeah, what Matt's doing at the moment is he's running around to the computer, because there's a computer that controls the doors, the electronic locks on the doors. So he's picking up some handgun bullets, because at the moment, Matt, you're not doing too well, mate. It's not going so well for you.
No, I got bit a few times when I shouldn't have. This weird thing's a bit tough, so...
Difficult when that happens, so you kind of got yourself backed into a corner a bit here. So here you go. Doors are locked, and what happens next is you would normally go to the guy who's injured. He gives you a card, but instead we're jumping onto the reception area where something big is just waiting for you around the corner.
We're skipping that, but... Oh, by the way, we call that guy Will Smith.
The Will Smith lookalike.
Yeah, I remember.
As we were recording the video footage, guys, Mike instantly said, "Oh yeah, look, there's Will Smith." And Matt's having a good old look here at the reception area.
Yeah, just making sure there's nothing about.
He's gone into the
Checking
case.
my case, nothing in there.
In easy mode, I think if I'm right in saying, you can actually have items already in the box to make it a little bit easier.
They give you a first aid spray, don't they?
They give you first aid. I think they give you a couple of herbs, don't they, as well in the box, in the first box.
May well do, though.
What kind of reception did this get in the media?
Here he is. Ooh.
Good question.
Here we
That
come,
creeps
here we
me
come.
out. That creeps me out. Sorry to jump over you
It's
there.
okay, yeah. What game scores did this receive? Reviews? Was it highly praised?
Very high. Very
I remember
high.
OPM, Official PlayStation Magazine, give it a 9.
They did. That's right. It was a 9 out of 10 in
9.
official PlayStation. And here goes Matt. Matt, you're not doing well, mate. And now
I know what's coming up.
you're about to face this big mother chucker.
The liquor.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
It's not.
You must be worried.
Another bite, another slash from the liquor, and
You're gonna die,
I'll be
mate.
dead, then.
So
You're gonna take a Burton.
there you can see Matt was trying that door in the hope that he could get away from the liquor, but unfortunately it's not happened. The cutscene's been triggered. Oh my god, that looks nasty.
It's horrific, yeah.
It looks horrible, doesn't it? There's the extending tongue, which is why it's called the liquor. That's where it gets its nickname from. Oh my god, look at it. The venom dripping out of its
I'll
mouth.
still go back to the original Resident Evil. For me, nothing's scarier when you see that zombie and he's eating the corpse and he just turns around and looks.
The very first one.
Yes.
Yeah, the very
That
first
will go
one.
down for me in gaming history of survival horrors of one of the scariest moments.
And Matt has dodged the liquor and is in the next part where he's just been bitten again. It's not looking good, Matt. You're in critical condition here.
So I'm legging it past these zombies, and I'm making my way into the dark, what they call the dark room.
Yeah.
Actually, a photo development room, isn't it?
That's right, the photo laboratory. So you're picking up these herbs. These are what regenerates your health, along with the first aid spray.
Combine the herbs, can't you?
As you're going to see, Matt does combine them here to make a stronger health regenerator, if you like.
If I remember, yeah, look at that. Is that not a Rizzler with a bit of weed on it? Because that's a little bit. That's an inside bit of joke from Cap. It is Capcom.
It's
I think,
Capcom.
isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
it's
an inside
Capcom.
joke. That is a bloody spliff.
So do you think that's what they were smoking when they made some of the sequences for this game?
Yeah, they were having a good laugh when they were playing it.
as regards that cupboard then, in the corner, there is a... If you complete the game, go back into it, defeat Brad, who's on the outside of the PlayStation. He takes 14 rounds.
Yep.
You get a key, you use it on that cupboard, and you can change Leon and Claire's clothes.
That's right. There's some outfits in that cupboard, isn't there? Yeah, that's absolutely right. So you've been in the photo developing room. I almost lost my words then.
It's not like you.
No, very strange. Not like me. So as you've just said,
there's no purpose in developing the film, is there?
I don't think there is. Is there a picture? Oh, there might be a special picture. You tried the door for the costumes because Matt's into a bit of that, you know, Mike, as you told me earlier.
Yeah, he is. He loves that.
He's into a bit of cosplay.
He loves dressing up, old Matt.
And so he's got himself sorted with some bullets. He's got his shotgun ready because I think you're going back for that liquor, aren't you?
I am.
You're going to go back and you're going to be a warrior.
If I was more wise with my ammo and as regards getting bitten, I would have been alright. But I had to dodge it, so I thought let's go back and defeat him.
Are you going back
Here
for the
he is.
liquor, or are you going for the liquor?
2 shots, and then about to be the 3rd one. There's the killer shot. He's gone.
That's all it takes for this liquor.
All it takes is 3 shots.
That's with the shotgun, not if you've got the handgun.
If you've got the handgun, he'll jump at you and he can kill you in one swipe, can't he?
Really?
He can.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's the look at Resident Evil. Thanks, Matt, for that one.
That's okay, Dave.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We've got more of this to come, though. Some more videos coming up.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.